Oklahoma, Mr. Hern, to inquire.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This important hearing today, and one of the key, and Secretary Becerra, congratulations. One of the key congressional responsibilities in the Constitution is the power of the purse. Every day, Americans aisle have yet to do the full budget process since they've taken majority in 2018. And when the president's budget was released, my constituents were furious to learn that he removes the Department of Health and Human Services' ability to protect human life by removing the Hyde Amendment and spends more of their hard-earned money to increase funding for abortion providers. This carelessness over taxpayer money comes on the heels of Congress appropriating nearly $4 trillion over the past year to fight the pandemic. And now that more than 130 million Americans are fully vaccinated, it's time for Congress to assess the spending impact. One of the largest looming threats is the exhaustion of the Medicare trust fund. Spending to accommodate the pandemic depleted funds by an estimated $5.8 billion. The latest predictions show that Medicare funds will run out by 2024, 2 years earlier than previously expected. Without changes, they would have to hike Medicare payroll taxes by some 26% or cut benefits by 16% to make the program solvent. In other words, according to the nonpartisan CBO, if Congress doesn't act, benefits will need to be cut by $1,000 per beneficiary in order for our kids and grandkids to have access to the program they help subsidize. Additionally, I'm concerned that we have no details about the administration's so-called reforms to the very popular Medicare Advantage program. My dear friend, the late Senator Tom Coburn, predicted long ago that each step the Democrats take to be involved in health care was just a long-term plot to take away choice and enforce government-run health care. Unfortunately, I fear we're getting closer to this reality every single day. Not only does this budget get us closer to government-run health care and fails to address our looming debt crisis, but this budget also does not reflect American priorities. Last month, I introduced an RSC budget that not only balances in just 5 years, but provides solutions for the issues Americans care about, like border security, Social Security, and Medicare solvency, infrastructure, police and local safety, all of this without raising taxes. Americans are concerned about the economy and filling jobs, which President Biden's budget makes no mention of. Instead, it talks about abortion, climate control, price controls, and government subsidies that continue to incentivize people to stay out of the workforce. The Biden budget continues to provide fully paid health care for Biden's America who chooses not to go back to work. It also supports expanded ACA subsidies, which will inevitably prolong the absolute avoidable unemployment issue. As a business person for 35 years, I know what it is to compete against the government when it comes to overregulation on the business community. I've witnessed firsthand how the Democrat Party sincerely believes that the best plan is to stick it to small businesses, the backbone of our economy, with their bloated spending bills. This is grossly misguided and will leave our kids and grandkids jobless and unable to pay the balance with zero benefits. Meanwhile, our jobs report continually reveals that our employers are struggling to fill jobs. Drive down any main street in America and you'll see a help wanted sign on the door. So why would President Biden continue with subsidies that incentivize employees to stay home? Mr. Secretary, last week a survey revealed that the unemployment for small businesses is at 48%, a 40-year high. Yet your budget proposes to continue COBRA subsidies and expand ACA subsidies, which makes it more appealing not to go back to work. Do you agree or disagree that Americans staying out of work is bad for the mental and physical health? Yes or no?
Congressman, I know the time has expired, so I simply will tell you, we're in the business of creating more jobs and getting more people the health care they need. And we could follow up. And I do look forward to working with you since we never had a chance. So I left and you came. And so hopefully we'll have a chance to work together in the future.
Thank you.
Thank the gentleman. Let me recognize the gentleman from California.